the good life, full of fun.
Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another exciting day in my kitchen. Let me ask you a question. How does strawberries marinated, mixed or topped over cream, mascarpone cheese, and some cooking Italian with Joe, forget about it, deliciousness up. So let me take you on that journey with marinated strawberries and wine with whipped mascarpone cheese. Okay, so let's go over our cast of characters. Number one, big name in the marquee, even though they're gonna have to share the marquee because cream is the other one, okay, is a strawberry. So I've got a pound of fresh strawberries. Oh, don't you love that? I mean, isn't that just like sunshine? Number two, I've got 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. And what I'm doing here is I'm gonna review what we needed to kind of put into that marinade for the strawberries, all right? Number three, some more sunshine, right? We've got a lemon. Now we're not gonna use a whole lemon. I'm gonna use about half of that guy, and I'm gonna use a little bit of the zest. Lemon brings sunshine, brightness, like a cleanliness to the palate, so it really enhances and brightens up any flavors that you put in there, okay? I've got 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Oh, don't you love vanilla? You know what's so funny, and I know we've all been through this if anyone spends any time in the kitchen, you know, you smell vanilla and you're like, oh my God, that's gonna taste great. And then you taste it and it's like, oh, it's absolutely terrible, right? But I'll tell you, you mix that stuff with sugar, whole new experience. All right, now one of my favorite ingredients for anybody who watches our shows is nutmeg. Oh, fantastic. So I've got a nutmeg. If you can get the fresh stuff, that's the way to go. You just get that and you just take a microplaner. And I've got here about 1/8 of a teaspoon. A little bit of nutmeg goes a long way. But if you're using cream or cheeses, it's an absolute must. So I'm gonna put a little bit in the marinade and I'm gonna put a little bit into my whipped cream, okay? All right, so now that's our marinade mixture. Oh wait, I forgot our wine, our Vino, there you go. So what I've got here is a red wine. Now ideally, in this marinade for the strawberries, you don't wanna use like a Merlot or a Cabernet. It's really heavy and it's really oaky, and you don't wanna hide the flavor of the strawberries. You don't want the wine to overpower it. So any type of like a Barbera, you know, which is great. It's more of a berry, you know, or a Pinot. It's more of a berry wine. It can be dry, but it's not going to be overpowered by other flavors. So here what I got, I thought it was kind of cool today when I was in the store, is I got a Toscano wine. So the Toscano wine is going to be perfect. It's gorgeous. So it's going to be berry and dry without all those other flavors. The other kind of neat thing, I'm just throwing it in there. So my mother's maiden name is Toscano. Hey, how you doing? So the Toscanos and the Boreals got together, probably over a bottle of wine, and I now stand in front of you as a result of that evening. All right, so we're gonna add 1 cup, I don't know where we're going here. So 1 cup of a red wine, a berry kind of dry wine, okay? Because the sugar from the strawberry and the sugar you add will obviously, you know, compensate for the dryness of the red. All right, now we wanna add the cream mixture, and I want to go over those ingredients with you, okay? So number one, we've got about 1 cup in a little bit more, so about 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Heavy, thick, lot of fat, 35% or more of that milk fat in there, okay? So number one. Number two, we're gonna add another teaspoon of vanilla. Oh, I get to smell it twice, absolutely delicious. Number three, we're gonna add 4 egg yolks. I've got here about half of a cup. I'm gonna say, you know, it's Italian cooking, so hey, so it's about 1/2 of a cup to 3/4 of a cup of mascarpone cheese. Now we wanna sweeten this cream mixture up, so I'm gonna use about 1/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. Now, if you're making this in a short amount of time, you can use some powdered sugar. I like to granulate it because I like a little bit of it undissolved. I actually like to have it and feel like a little bit of the crunch of the granulation in there. Call me crazy, that's me, okay? We're gonna add a pinch of salt. So I've got some pink Himalayan salt. Why? Because it's sexy. And I'm gonna add just a pinch. Remember, you know, you're not making it salty. What it's doing is a little bit of flavor salt is gonna enhance the sweetness, which is fantastic. Now I'm gonna take some almonds here. I got some raw almonds. You can roast them if you want. And I've got, I don't know, about 25 almonds in here, okay? And I'm gonna chop them up. I'm gonna make them in a really fine chop. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish the top of this puppy off. Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. Last but not least, we got some olive oil. Olive oil, don't panic. It doesn't go in this recipe, okay? However, if it did go in this recipe, you'd want to use one of the world's finest. and that would be my olive oil. So I got a farm in Italy, and right in Puglia, just above the heel, there's a little bit of a bump from a little village called Vico del Gargano, and there we co-op with a group of farms to bring you what I consider some of the best olive oil you're ever going to have in your life. So it's all Italian trees, it's all Italian olives, it's pressed right in Italy, we ship it right here to the United States, and it's, you know, it's grassy, earthy, it's got a little pepper kick to it. I'll tell you, it's absolutely delicious. It's got a beautiful label. My two boys, Vito and Joe, I named the company after them. So you guys can go right online on my website, Cooking Italian with Joe, or you can go right on our Facebook, click the button, buy it now, and we'll actually drop ship it right to your house. I call it a trip to Italy right in the bottom. And it certainly is a great compliment to any kitchen. All right, so what do you say get started? First thing we want to do is we want to get these strawberries ready to go. So real simple here, you're going to take your strawberry, I'm going to cut the top of it off, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half. What I like to do is make an arrangement. So I'm going to cube that one. This one here is a little bigger. I'm going to cut the top of that off. And then this one I'm going to obviously maybe cut it in threes, right? Because it's a bigger strawberry, right? Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and prep these, get them set up. I'll talk to you guys in a couple minutes. Okay, strawberries are done. Next part's going to go pretty quick to make that marinade. So first thing I'm going to do is get that lemon. So I'm going to take some lemon zest and, you know, a little bit. Again, not too much. So about a quarter teaspoon, half a teaspoon. It'll accumulate right in there. Just tap it right in. We're going to take that other half of lemon, squeeze that in there. I'm going to put the rest of that sugar in, my vanilla, and just a breath of that nutmeg, just a breath. Next fun part, we need a cup of this wine. So I'm going to use the opener here. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Is that awesome? Oh, I'm letting the wine breathe. So we're going to use about a cup to drink. Oh, I'm supposed to add this to the concoction. Oh, see, that's perfect. So it's not oaky, it's berry and dry. Oh yeah, buono, molto buono. And now we're gonna add that last ingredient here to my marinade. Just pour all that wine right in there. Oh, it's beautiful. And then real gentle, what you're gonna do here is you're just gonna stir all that in. Isn't that just gorgeous? So now I'm gonna put that right in the refrigerator for a few hours minimally. Overnight would be fantastic. But I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I've made this like an hour or so before for a dessert, and it still was really good. So I would agree, the longer you can marinate it, great. Overnight would be great. Just put a lid over it, and it should be good. Oh, that's good. Let me see. Oh, that is so good right there. Oh, awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the fridge while we make the cream. All right, guys, I moved all my ingredients over here. I'm ready to go. I don't know what this was. Did I forget to? Oh, this was for the chef. The wine is still for the chef. This is one of my cooking tips. A little bit of wine with dessert always makes dessert taste better. There's no doubt about it. Another tip to make this stuff come out fantastic is if you subscribe to our channel. So there's a red button right down here. What you need to do is click that. When you do, anything we got going on with Cooking Italian with Joe, we got recipes coming out, trips to Italy coming out, any travel tips, it'll come right to your notification box. And I'll tell you, it really means a lot to me when you subscribe to our channel, and hey, makes you part of the family, you know what I'm saying? Second thing you need to do is go right online and grab yourself a bottle of olive oil, whether it's on our cooking site, Cooking Italian with Joe, or right on our Facebook, just click buy it now. You probably already did it, but I'm just throwing it out there. All right, so let's start making that beautiful cream. Now this is something a little different. You've probably never seen this before. This is gonna be awesome. First thing we wanna do is start creaming our eggs. So we're starting with our 4 egg yolks. Oh, those are beautiful. See how nice and bright yellow orange they are? So I'm gonna first break up the egg yolks, and then I'm gonna add my sugar while I'm creaming the egg yolks. Okay, you guys see how creamy that is? I mean, that's like a ribbon, as they call it, almost like a ribbon, where it'll start to get thick. See how it gets like a ribbon feel? So now you know you're done. Next thing I'm gonna wanna do is I'm gonna put my heavy cream in, and I'm gonna put my cheese in. Okay, we're talking deliciousness right now, that's all I'm saying. I'm gonna put my nutmeg in, what I got left. I'm gonna put my vanilla in. I'm gonna put a pinch, just a teeny weeny pinch of pink Himalayan salt. I'm gonna put that back up. I'm gonna get her slowly mixing. Now just a quick tip, see how she's starting to thicken right now? You want a soft peak whipped cream. And guys, that right there is absolute deliciousness. That's beautiful. Okay, I got mascarpone whipped cream and egg yolks and just deliciousness set off to the side. Got my ramekins going. Strawberries are in the refrigerator, marinating, right? You guys have subscribed to the channel. You've gotten yourself a bottle of olive oil. Now I gotta prep up these almonds. So quick, simple, and easy. I'm just gonna give them a chop. Yeah, you know, I just go down one at a time and just go quick, because you only got a few of them in here. It's not like you got a ton to do. Almonds are ready to go, guys. Look at that. You guys can use hazelnuts, walnuts, whatever you want. So today, almonds is the nut. Let me get those marinated strawberries. Oh, start making some dessert. These are easy to make and fun, and you want to make them right before you put them out, okay? So don't make them ahead of time, because it'll start to marry with the cream, it'll ruin the dish, okay? Because you want that separation, right? So one, I'm gonna grab my ramekin. Part two, I'm gonna fill her with cream. Oh, look at that. That is so stinking good, you guys. You can't even stand it. Part three, I'm grabbing those strawberries. Now I'm just gonna, I don't want to put a lot of sauce in there, but I am going to put some. Oh, yeah. 4, I'm going to put a little dollop on top. Oh, yeah. What am I on? 5, 6? Now I'm going to put a little bit of those almonds right on the top. Ho, ho, ho. Are you kidding me? Guys, always my favorite time. Oh, you know, you can immediately smell the wine, the sugar, the cream, the nutmeg, the lemon, the strawberries. I mean, everything, all those flavors are literally just jumping out. The mascarpone cheese. You guys ready for some right there? I wish I had taste-o-vision and smell-o-vision. So I'm gonna get some nuts. I'm gonna grab my cream, my cheese, strawberry or two. Oh. Mmm. Oh my God. Strawberries right away. They're sweet, and they have that strong, you know, flavor. And then you get the nuts, and the cream, and the vanilla, and the sugar. Oh, I gotta get some of that cream from the bottom. Guys, it doesn't even taste like wine. It's just so smooth, delicious. And those nuts are they're killer right at the end. They give you that crunch, that texture. The only scary part right now is I want to eat everything, and I'm supposed to make at least 4 of these ramekins for everybody. I don't know if that's going to happen. Guys, what a delicious, simple, easy, fast dessert. Is that awesome? Guys, thanks so much for joining me today. Remember, subscribe, click that red channel, make you part of the family, jump on our website or our Facebook, grab yourself a bottle of olive oil. Vito and Joe's trip to Italy right in a bottle. Certainly a great compliment to any kitchen. And remember, shut off the electronics, the TV, the computers, the handheld cell phones, right? Get around the table, celebrate your heritage, set some traditions that'll last you and your family a lifetime. I know they did for me, guys. Hey, listen, until next week, from my kitchen to yours,
Good life.
Bon appetito.
Full of fun seems to be the ideal.